For the grand total of one person that's asking, the GVK video is on its way. If you want to see the first 30 minutes, it's up on my Patreon for $1. Recently, I finished watching Skull Island. I did not like Skull Island. Why? Because it was bad. The end. That's all you really need to know. Congratulations, you got through this review. Now you can go ahead and do something more productive with your life. But in all seriousness, this show is mediocre. I'm not going to get into spoilers, but I wouldn't fret over it anyways. I mean, this show is completely pointless in the grand scheme of things, so it's not like me telling you the story should ruin anything, because there is no story to tell. The main gist of it is this. Two best friends and their parents get attacked by a giant squid while harboring a fugitive girl and maroon on Skull Island. They first split up and then reunite. And then Kong fights a giant squid. That's it. That's the whole plot. When it comes to the MonsterVerse lore, there's really not much going on. Also, they retcon the Iwis to be Latinos. Yeah, I'm not joking. They speak Spanish and they all die from the giant squid, which is supposed to be Nikika from the graphic novels, but the producer didn't even know what a Nikika was, so not even the show knows what it is, which is hilarious. If you really want to watch this show for any lore reason, then you'll probably end up disappointed. If you want a compelling story, then I highly recommend you watch something different. But if you want white noise, then this show is 10 out of 10, play it in the background, I don't give a shit. During the action sequences, the animation will increase its budget, and then when there's a normal conversation being had, then it just drops for some reason. And some of the sprites look like they're just superimposed on a PNG background, which looks pretty amateurish for such a high budget TV show. I mean, at least I think it's high budget. Wait, let me check. Yeah, there's really no saying what the budget was. I'm just gonna assume it's high because it comes from the MonsterVerse. The soundtrack is passable, and when it comes to character designs, everything looks kind of blech. And oh my god, what did they do to Kong? He looks like a monkey Abraham Lincoln. God. The dialogue is also completely strange. I'm guessing they wanted to go for the type of conversations that people would have on Discord, which does not translate well because people should not talk in real life how they do on Discord. That is stupid. Why would anybody write dialogue like this? That's the worst decision to make.
Are all boys as useless as you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Who wrote this? In conclusion, this show is not as bad as Godzilla vs. Kong or King of the Monsters, but it certainly is not as good as Kong Skull Island or 2014 either. It's dead set in the middle. One positive thing I'll say of the show is that the character dynamics between the two main protagonists is really well done, but other than that, I wouldn't recommend this show for anybody. And because it breaks the canon of the MonsterVerse in so many ways, I'm left to wonder, well, who was this show even made for? I don't think anybody really asked for something like this, so I'm left wondering why it was even made. Maybe it's to remind people that the MonsterVerse still exists since it's so irrelevant nowadays. I wonder why. Surely it can't be because the movies are absolute dog water. No. Why would that happen? Why would people forget the MonsterVerse? It's a mystery. Still, don't watch this show. It's a useless piece of media that doesn't tell any sort of story. It's a nothing burger. And no, it has nothing to do with the fact that there's little monster action. That has absolutely nothing to do with it. In fact, the character dynamics are the most interesting part of the show, ironically enough. For the monster action, they should have used CGI instead of animation. I mean, they should have gone the Attack on Titan route because animated monsters fighting does not look good. Why? Because their size is inconsistent. They had this problem in Attack on Titan. Some people say this is a good thing, but no. You can't just say that the Attack Titan is half the size of the Colossal Titan and then have the Attack Titan grab him by the ankle, not even reaching him, when the canonical height says that it reaches halfway through the attack.